day it'll never happen again in this year. Can anybody tell me what it is?
It's November the 28th.
Yeah.
I would say October, but you were close.
Yeah.
You're a sticker for detail.
Hey, if it ain't right, you gotta fix it. Good morning, everyone. We have one announcement that I know of. November the 18th, we will have a Thanksgiving dinner celebration right here. The church will provide the turkey, the dressing, all the good main stuff. But there's a sign up in the back, excuse me, if you would like to bring, a side dish or what have you. It's on the counter back there. Thank you very, very much. Excuse me. That thing's been missing out all week. Excuse me. We ring the bowl in universal oneness and feel the vibration that unites us in love and peace. The pre-lit candle symbolizes the Christ-like presence in all. My name is Jerry O, and it's a beautiful day. It's October 28th. For the first time this year, and this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful morning. You guys just sit tight and wait and see. You will. If everybody would join me, please turn off your cell phones or mute. Also in your bulletin is, I hope, is a mission statement for us. The Center for Universal Oneness declares for those who want support on their spiritual journey may join with others for mutual encouragement, inspiration, and guidance. The Center draws on those practices based in new thought and metaphysical approaches. The higher Christ consciousness provides the foundation. We strive to live in the oneness of love. Our vision statement: extending into the world faith, love, peace, and joy. Terry, would you please open the prayer?
I am going to open with two prayers this morning, the one that I intended to give and the one that I did not. Several months ago, I attended a local interfaith council, and the speaker was talking about the shootings at Village Shalom here in Kansas City. And then just about a day ago, we got the situation in Pittsburgh at another Jewish center. So, we can choose hatred and violence, or we can choose peace and love and light. So if we would, let's take a moment of silence for the people in Pittsburgh. And I hope they receive whatever blessing or prayers they need. Amen. And now, for the prayer that I intended to give. Some people say that fall and autumn is a time of change and transformation. Leaves start to change, colors start to change, things slowly start to die, and there's a sense that fall or autumn might be creeping in, or winter I should say, is creeping in the background. So some people view fall and autumn as a season of transformation. And in that spirit of transformation, spirit of change, I'm going to read the following passage from the book of Ecclesiastes. These are the words of Solomon, who was king in Israel. For everything there's a season and a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. What gain has the worker from his toil? My hope and my prayer is that what we all gain from our toil is positive change and transformation for the better. Amen.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we have with us someone who has been here a few times. We all know, I don't have a bio on him, but I think you can look it up, that he is well known all over, Mr. Alan White.
I try to think about matching up the songs that I was doing to the theme of the talk, but I thought of an old song I wrote like about 40 years ago, but I couldn't remember how to play it. So I'm going to play the one I know how to play. Crossing the highway with the wheels rushing by on all sides, I'm caught in my course at the mercy of forces much faster and stronger than I. And I was driving where I was going, or at least where I wanted to be. And I'd like to know why from the I'm up to my eyes in mysterious lies, and this madness is driving me insane. Sound of my soul running out of control is a clicking and a clapping of a runaway train. You can help if you want. Couple more chances. And the Lord doesn't do that much talking, so I hope that He's listening tonight. I go out on a limb, He keeps saving my skin, and He never explains to me why. But He's given me a life for some reason, something special somehow. And for the first time it is crossing my mind that I might just be doing it now. And maybe I see that this life that I'm leading is special by just being plain. I don't have to feel that I'm stuck at the wheel and stalled on the tracks of a runaway train. Runaway train. Let's have another one. Grab on the rope and just hope against hope that the light in the tunnel's not a runaway train. Runaway train.
Alan, as far as I could tell, you didn't miss a beat. You did
I
good
played that just the way I intended to play.
job, good job. Thank you very much. Now we have with us today a young lady who's been with us on several occasions. A wonderful speaker. Excuse me for just a minute, I think I got lost. Oh no. She is a premier psychic, medium, spiritual teacher, and author. It's a long one. She's highly sought after for her mediumship and angel readings. Mediumship is connecting to our loved ones on the other side, which I'd like to tell you all about someday. I had an experience here a while back. It was absolutely marvelous. Part of her mission is to demystify the spiritual and psychic arts through public demonstrations of her work as a medium. Along with her classes, she works to provide individuals with spiritual experiences based in scientific fact. She holds a degree as a registered nurse and is also certified in past life regression and hypnotherapy. She's a Karuna Reiki master and teaches Reiki 1 and 2. Amazing, amazing. Ladies, please, gentlemen, please welcome Miss Steffany Barton.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Woo! Good to be here. You can keep on singing. That was awesome. You're so good. All right, well, I'm really, really glad to be here today. I have some special friends who are going to help set the stage for the lesson. So if you guys want to come on up, we've got a skit for you. Come on up.
I can't do a skit by myself.
Don't be shy.
First line.
You did so well last time you were here. I can't wait to hear what you're going to do this time.
Hi, are you ready? Oh, come on in, it's cold outside. Yeah, I already stopped at a few houses. And look at what Hey, where's your costume? Oh yeah, I'm not wearing one. I'm not going. What's the point? I couldn't even find a good costume. Last year I spent so long trying to get a good one. Yeah, you were a calculator. Yeah, that's right. And everyone kept thinking I was a cell phone. And then all the little kids kept pushing my buttons. Yeah, but I knew you were a calculator and I thought the costume was cool. Well, I don't feel up to going, and I don't have a costume. Well, it's your lucky day because I packed an extra. By the time I get to any houses, the candy will be gone, or just the yucky candy will be left, like those awful troll candies, or some of those something with coconut. Ugh. Are you kidding? It's still early. Here, take this mask and let's go. Trick or treat. Oh, hello. Here, take some. Hello, who are you? Hi, I'm with enough. Thank you. Wow, you are right. All I had to do was ask. Now look what I received. Oh, having a friend like you is the best treat I could ask for. Better than a trolley candy? Much.
Better than a trolley candy. Very good. Well, I thought that Halloween and fall, this time of the year, was just the perfect time to talk about abundance. Because abundance is just really the theme. And it's such an important spiritual practice. So several years ago, I got in the mail this. It's a gold card. Did you ever get one of these in the mail? Yeah, pretty snazzy. Had a lot of power with this thing. So I received this card, and it's unlimited. Anything I want, here it is. Just right at my fingertips, right at my disposal. Kind of like it is with the universe and abundance. But there are a few steps that I had to go through in order to be able to take advantage of this abundance that this gold card would allow for me. And the first step in this process was I had to acknowledge, I had to accept that this was a symbol of abundance. I had to accept it. And that's the same thing that we have to do when we're opening ourselves to receiving abundance, is first of all, have the mindset, have the understanding and the awareness that this universe is abundant. That spirit is designed to provide your every want, your every need, your every wish, your every desire. We live in a world of abundance. Don't believe me? Look at the stars. Ever try to count the stars? Endless. Go out into your yard and try to count the blades of grass. Well, if there are any left. And if there's no grass, try to count all the leaves that are falling from the trees right now. Oh, it's amazing, the colors and the beauty and the vibrance. Try to count the grains of sand on the beach. Abundance. We live in a world without limits. And it's important that we acknowledge that we accept that we truly are unlimited. Now, sometimes if you turn on the news, or if you log on to the internet, you might hear stories about lack, about what's going wrong, about different schemes or people being taken from or taken advantage of, everything going wrong. Sometimes that's out there, but there's something more. I say when you hear all these talking heads coming at you, turn that off and you tune in to what's real. That wisdom and that presence inside your heart that will remind you you're always enough. So I want us to do that just for a minute, to accept the abundance that's within. So just for a moment, close your eyes and tune everything else out. Turn off the memories, turn off the impressions, turn off all that talking head stuff. Just for a moment, listen to your breath. I want you to breathe. Breathe. Let the breath flow effortlessly. Breathe. Accept the goodness of life. Accept the breath. All you need is within. Accept. You are enough. You can open your eyes. Accept. Accept the breath. Accept the love of Spirit. Accept the support of everyone in this room. Accept abundance that is freely, generously given to you, constantly, continuously, unconditionally. The first step in receiving abundance is just to simply accept. Accept that you are enough. So I got the card, and I accepted it. I opened it up, recognized what it was. But I couldn't immediately go out and start using it, right? We've got a credit card in the mail before, I'm sure. So the next step, I had to call in, and I had to activate. That's right. I had to activate the card before I could actually go make good with it. So what is activation? Activation was me identifying, claiming, naming myself as the one who was to receive this card. When we activate our divine abundance, we step into the I am abundant. I am provided for. I am worthy. I am enough. I am here with Spirit, co-creating the life that I want, the life that I desire. All that I need is given to me. And it's a very personalized, it's a very intimate plan of abundance between you and Spirit. Because you have to activate that based on your identity, so that then you can receive that abundance plan. You have to activate that. Stand in that power. Name your truth and claim your abundance. Now, when I called in to activate the card, the person on the phone didn't say, "Oh, yes, you're activating that card. But did you know that your neighbor actually got the double gold card, which is much more abundant than yours?" and the other guy down the street, "Well, he only got the silver card, so you should feel good because you got the gold card." "Oh, yeah, but that other guy, he got the tin card." No. When I called to activate this card, it was not about me and someone else, or me and this other person. It was me activating this for me. Because abundance is between Spirit and I. It's a very unique and personal plan. So sometimes when we're working on this abundance mindset, it's really easy to get into that comparison. This person has all this and I don't. What am I doing wrong? Or I see this person with this, but yet I've been struggling and trying for this many years and I don't have that. So what's off? I'm going to tell you nothing's off. Nothing at all. We all have our own unique perspective of abundance. We're all here to personally receive our highest and best good in divine right time. So don't compare. Don't judge. Don't look around. You activate your abundance so that you can receive God's good. Now, sometimes when we're practicing abundance too, it happens we may compare what's going on in the outside, but we also might, do a little bit of self-judgment. Well, in the past, I did this and this and this. Or, well, I've never really had enough. Or I've always struggled. I'm not worthy. I couldn't receive. But I want to tell you the good news is that Spirit never runs a credit check. Never. Spirit doesn't need to know your employment history. Spirit doesn't need to know where you've lived for the past 10 years or have three good references. Nope. You are pre-approved. Spirit takes great interest in all of your affairs, but Spirit will never charge interest. Abundance is yours. So forgive yourselves. Let go of the past. Quit comparing. Activate. Say yes to Spirit. I am abundant. And abundance is yours. So first, you gotta acknowledge. Then you activate. Those are the first two steps. So what happens next? So I got the card, I called in and I activated. Then I got to go access the good stuff. You get to go use this thing. Spirit says, here's the abundance. Here's the mindset. Here's the open heart. You're ready. Now go. Accessing is the manifesting. It's the experiencing. It's the feeling. It's the claiming. It's the receiving of the great good that God has in store for you. It's accessing the kingdom. Now, it is a very personal experience. Abundance is for each of us. And I think it's so important that we do our personal work to know what abundance is for each one of us. What our limits are, what we're able to receive, and maybe what's too much. I had a very interesting experience with this about 8 or 9 years ago when I was starting to really get into the new thought, practice some of these principles, and I was working on abundance. And at the time, Zoe, my oldest, was about 5. And so I thought a fairly easy thing would be, I kind of wanted to manifest some clothes for her. Because you know, kids go through so many clothes and they're growing and, you know, I just wanted some new clothes. So I kind of put that out to the universe. It'd be nice to have some new clothes for Zoe. And then Xana was already born, so you know how kids are with clothes. So it's a fairly neutral enough thought. I wasn't attached to it one way or another, but I was open to receiving. Thought I'd practice some abundance. Well, it wasn't about a week later, and I got a text from a friend. She says, hey, I'm in your neighborhood. I've got some kids' clothes in my trunk. I thought I'd just drop them off for you. Sweet. Go for it. So I'm working that day, and she had come by at some point as I was working, and I didn't see her come, so I didn't get to thank her personally. But I came up from work, and I walked past the front door. There were 10 tubs of boxes. Way too much. I peek out the window. Whoa. That was a lot of clothes. Now, it's also important for me to mention to you that during this phase, Zoe was content each and every day to wear a leotard. The same leotard. So I have a child who doesn't want to wear any change of clothes, and now I've got 10 tubs worth of clothes sitting outside waiting for me to sort through. It was abundant, but it was too much, and it became excess. So because I wasn't able to receive that much and wasn't prepared and ready for that, I couldn't really make good with all those clothes, and I picked through a few boxes, and then she told me to donate what I didn't want. Ended up passing the rest on. That's what I want you to understand when it comes to abundance, is we have to be true to what we're willing to receive. Because the idea of a bunch may be nice, but can you really integrate that? So just think about that as you're working on the abundance mentality. What am I ready to receive? What can I bring into my life? What can I truly handle right now that will feel like it's enough? So I worked with a lady about a week or so ago, and she says, I've been working on my abundance lately, and I have been focusing on an explosion of abundance in my life. So do you see that coming for me? And I thought, do you really want an explosion in your life? And I asked her that. I said, are you sure about the explosion part? She said, well, I guess I don't really want an explosion, do I? Probably not. How about just a little more? So it's easy sometimes in our supersized world to get caught in the excess. I just want you to consider that abundance isn't about binging. It's It's not about going on this spiritual bender where we've got everything under the sun. Abundance is really not about quantity at all. Spiritual abundance is about quality. And what I think abundance is about being satisfied. Being abundant is feeling satisfied. Think about that. We can only handle this moment. And in this moment, you're abundantly provided for. Whatever happens next will happen next. Right now, when you feel satisfied, that's an expression of abundance. So feel satisfied. So when it comes to our abundance mindset, first we got to accept. Do you accept that we live in an abundant world? Do you accept that Spirit abundantly provides for you? Can you accept that Spirit is capable of revealing to you all the ideas, all the plans, all the insights, all the healing? Can you accept that Spirit will provide if you ask and allow yourself to receive? Can you accept that? Yeah? You got to answer.
Yes.
Can you accept that?
I do.
All right. Are you sure?
Yes.
Kind of underwhelmed up here by this answer. Not impressed. Yes, you can accept that, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Now, can you activate that? Can you activate that? Can you all right now, out loud, truly, from your core, powerfully say, I am abundant.
I am abundant.
Yeah, that's activation. We live in an abundant universe, and you are abundant. That's the activation. Now, do you want to access that?
Yes.
You want to feel satisfied?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's the third step. Now, sometimes we may feel stuck. Sometimes you may feel a little bit blocked. And if you do, that's okay. Because this gold card that I got, it has an expiration date on it. And so I'll get a new one. And maybe I'll lose that one. And then I can get another one. And then maybe my account gets hacked. Well, the credit card will issue me another one. It's okay. It's all right to go back and start the steps over. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to acknowledge, to activate, and then to access. So you'll do it, right?
Right.
Yes.
All right. Then I have good news. You have all been approved. For the gold card. Let's go. And you get the gold candy to go with the gold card.
Wow.
And as I hand you your card,
You want some help with it?
oh no, it's okay. I want you to say, I am abundant.
I am abundant.
That's right, you are.
I love this candy.
Yes, name it and claim it. I am abundant. You got it.
I'm abundant.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm feeling abundant. Thank you. Can I have your abundance, honey?
You may share the love because there's abundance. There's a lot more coming. You're welcome.
I am loved. Oh, that's very cool.
Now remember, you got it. I am abundant. You gotta activate it when I give it to you.
Yeah. Since I'm not recording anything right now.
Oh, yeah.
And you can eat your abundance whenever you receive it. I am abundant. Amen. You are abundant.
I can't.
Hey, this is like communion, isn't it?
I am loved. We are abundant. all of us yet. Okay, so I love it.
Maybe she'll have an extra.
Yeah, I know
I can't have mine. Doesn't it have nuts in it? Yeah, can't have it. Get it for me. I think another
Don't make the bag sad.
One of my sons had braces, and then when he was grown
Did
up,
everybody get their gold card? Oh, you guys did, okay.
this big smile. Man, that money was worth it.
Now you're double.
Yeah, I can feel my nuts at the top.
Yeah, but then
I am.
you can sign your card.
Okay, I need to get
There you go.
I thought that was like a
Steffany?
Yes.
I lost my card today.
There you go. I reissued. The showers of abundance. Go on!
Let's see if I can get one.
It's the old Hail Mary.
Sharing our abundance. Let's go.
It's the spiritual 2x4. Here, you get a lot of abundance. All right, here you go. Pass one down there. All right. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I want you to look at these cards because I designed these cards for you guys.
Start by read your card. It's really cute.
It says it's valid through.
All of the time.
Yep. So your card is valid through all of time. You've been a member since the beginning, and it's I am loved.
Thank you. I'm so bad at this.
So I want to know, what are you guys going to use? What are you going to access with your gold card? Tell me what you want to access with your gold card.
Love and abundance.
And abundance. Yeah, lots of chocolate. What else? Anybody else? Healing and health. So I want you to take these cards, and I've got a couple extras, so if you have a friend or if you have someone you know might like the card, please feel free to grab one for them. But I want you to put this on your altar, or keep it in your wallet, or something, to remind you, I accept, I activate, and I access the great good that Spirit has for me. I'm not going to worry about what everybody else has, or what anybody else has. I'm not going to worry about the past, or the future. Right now, I accept, I activate, and I access all the good that Spirit has for me. Because I'll tell you something, Spirit, it's everywhere you want to be.
Oh my
Yeah. Jesus.
You win the award.
For what?
What do you call it? The best, you know. The best clever phrase.
Oh, well, Spirit is everywhere we want to be because Spirit's everywhere. So, we'll do our meditation now, although I don't know if it's good timing to have chocolate and then try to meditate. We'll do our best, right? Right, we're meditating now, right? Is that right?
Anything is good.
Okay, anytime is good. Well, I just want to tell you that I love you all, and it's always a joy to be here. And I had a lot of fun prepping this for you, but you are abundant, and I feel abundantly blessed to be here with you today. So let's close our eyes. let's access some of that good stuff that Spirit has. So, I'd like to invite you just to take a mindful breath. Receive the life force that Spirit is abundantly providing for you. And then as you exhale, just allow your shoulders to drop. Allow your neck to soften. And see if you can settle into your chair. Let yourself feel supported by the ground. To be held. As you relax even deeper, remind yourself that you are known and that you are loved. In the next breath, let your jaw relax. Let your face soften. Just be still. And then in the next breath, I'd like you to turn your attention deep within your heart. In the place where dreams are born. In the place where your feelings are. Just for a moment. In this deep, still place in your heart. I want you to see if you can feel or sense freedom. What does freedom feel like? I want you to take that feeling and put an image to it. What does freedom look like? What does it look like to be unlimited, to be untethered, uninhibited? How does it feel? What does it look like to be free? I want you to hold on to that feeling and sink a little bit deeper into that heart space. I want you to find the space in your heart where you feel satisfied. It's just feel that sense of completion, wholeness, goodness. Just feel satisfied. And take that feeling and allow the vision. What does satisfaction look like to you? When you see yourself satisfied. to take that feeling, the freedom and the satisfaction. Now surrender deeper still. Yield. Release. Settle in to the feeling of abundance. Abundance. That feeling plumbs the depth of your heart, right down to the core. Abundance. Feel that feeling. You're abundantly loved. Abundantly cared for. And then take that feeling and what does abundance look like? What does that feeling look like in your life? See that and feel that abundance now. And for the next few breaths, just rest in the feeling of freedom. Bask in satisfaction. And surrender to abundance. Receive. Receive. All is well. And I want you to hold on to those feelings. Anchor yourself to those feelings. Freedom, satisfaction, and abundance. Because love is freely given to you. Spirit will always satisfy. And you are abundantly provided for. Because you are enough. Right now. You are enough. And you are loved. And you're ready. In your own time. Remembering the sensation and the feeling. Keeping that with you. You can slowly open your eyes. And breathe. And feel satisfied.
Hey, Bill, ask the girls to step in, please.
Girl.
Okay. Girls are looking at it.
Thank you, Steffany, so much for a very wonderful inspiration.
There's more cards out there, and then I brought my books, and I have one deck of my oracle cards too, so those are out there. I brought an abundance, so please relieve me of my abundance.
I wanted to give a hand to our little people that helped us understand our
Because we really wanted you to feel the love out today and really want to experience some abundance, we made treat bags for you guys. On the way out, you can take your treat bags too.
These are the 3 Z's of entertainment. Zoe, Zirkin, and Zana. Thank you. It is now time for our offering. Baskets will be passed on both sides. If you would join me in the offertory. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am joy-filled and grateful.
Done already? It doesn't take long. Well, I got another song.
All right.
I think that's one a little later. You gonna do it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way I had it on the.
Good.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
Good.
Whoa! Let's try that again.
All right. Chair then.
I don't think it was a defective chair. Let's just say that. I was told I should announce that John and I are going to be playing at the Nighthawk Winery next Saturday. It was such a great surprise to have so many of you folks show up out there last year. They thought I knew you were coming, but I didn't. And I heard that you guys were coming like 2 minutes before the bus pulled in the driveway. It's like, oh, hey, that's cool. So this is a song I may have written this since I saw any of you, but we'll see what happens with this. If I could tell you my story without revealing my truth, then you can bet I'd leave out some regrets for the ways that I wasted my youth. I had a heart full of anger that I held on for dear life. I kept on drinking the poison myself in the hope that the other guy would die. Here is my head, here is my heart, here is my reason. Here are my secrets, I got nothing left to hide. I have survived this with no surprises. Eyes wide open all the time. I don't require your forgiveness, but I need some for myself. All along I was doing things
was that.
Yes.
Always.
Thank you, sir, very
Thank
much.
you.
Steffany, again, thank you, appreciate it. Are there any concerns?
Yes, my son
Okay.
Ben.
Well, hi, welcome back.
My heart is full to see so many faces I love. Thank you. My son Ben. My son Ben.
Okay. Anyone else?
The country.
Excuse me?
The country.
Yeah.
The country, yes, indeed,
Yes.
indeed.
And another one.
What?
And everyone.
And the Netherlands.
They take care of themselves.
Okay,
And the people.
okay, let's say the prayer for community concerns together. Centering our minds and hearts in prayer, we let go of any thoughts of worry or challenge, and simply rest in the stillness. We know that our source of strength and peace comes from God alone. We give thanks for divine order and trust that we are all held in the power of grace. Amen.
Amen.
Next Sunday, we welcome Mr. Paul Hasselback as our speaker and Peggy Chilson as our musician. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you again. You guys are great. Appreciate it. Okay, Alan, take it away.
All right.
Another song.
I'm not gonna take it very far. I just right here. I'm not here to ask you to help me. Don't need you to pity my pain. I'm just trying to trace how I got to this place where I can't quite remember my name. I've studied and stared in my silence, believing that nothing was real. I lived day to day for the games I could play and the pleasures I've managed to steal. There was a time I still seem to recall when I could see magic inside of it all, without being sure if I'd fly or I'd fall. I would jump anyway. Often I find myself out on the ledge with all of my toes hanging over the edge, closing my eyes with a prayer and a pledge. I would jump anyway. I would jump anyway. Truth takes a while to be noticed, revealing each piece in its time. I find in the end that to take it all in is a hell of a mountain to climb. My hunger for wisdom obsessed me when I was a starry-eyed lad. If only I'd known then what I know now, oh, what a horrible life I'd have had. But there was a of it all. Without being sure if I'd fly or I'd fall, I would jump anyway.
I think we are indeed blessed and abundant to have the wonderful music and the wonderful speakers with us every Sunday. Thank
And the candy.
you. That too.
I'll definitely be back. That's not candy, that's a nice time.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to end as I started. Change is a part of life. Autumn comes before winter. Winter comes before spring. Spring comes before summer. Sometimes the old has to die so that the new can be born. May we all experience positive change, rebirth, and renewal so as to achieve our own highest good. That's it. Amen.
Thank you.